Hey, this is Brandon Bakai from 26 Made, and I want to do a quick review on this GVM light. It's the LT100S. It's a bicolor LED panel. I bought it from B&H, and I'll show you really quick around. So some of the really quick features: it's 16,000 lumens. It has built-in barn doors, as you can very easily see. And then, like I said, it's the bicolor LED, so on the back you can see this, the actual setting panel. It's super easy to control. You've got the brightness dimmer, and then you've got the color temperature. Yeah, it goes a pretty long way actually. The brightness, and I said this in my last review with the GVM light, the brightness is what I love about these. These things throw so much light. Maybe a downfall is that, I wouldn't call it too much light, but you don't necessarily always have a huge control over what that. Now obviously you have bicolor, so you can change that color temperature, but really in my small studio space I'm only using maybe up to 40% on the brightness level. So it's a big deal to me that this one actually comes with a diffuser. So to pop it off, to remove it, you just pop off these 4 screws, it comes right out. But I actually love the diffuser. I can ramp that brightness level way up, and then I have much more control. I get that nice soft light instead of, the LEDs are pretty soft in general. They're not, an obtrusive light source. But that diffuser really helps a lot. I think there's a lot more control. A couple of other little things. So it has this, I don't know if you can really see that. It has this little mount box back here for the power supply. So it just kind of wrangles this cord really nice, and you just have the one main cord coming out of the power supply. Of course, if you need more cable, you can just pop that right out of there. But I like that for corralling those cables when you don't have a long run, or if you just want to run an extension right up to the back of this, you just don't have a ton of cabling pulling at the bottom. Like the other GVM light, it has the app. Love the app. It's super easy to just, you're just sitting there. I can be the subject and just adjust my brightness exactly, watching the monitor and not having to get up. One thing that I think is kind of interesting about this is it has this angled, see how this kind of goes up? I kind of thought it was a little funky at first, but the more I play with it, it doesn't get in the way of the barn door because it has that angle. And if you look at the paperwork that comes with it, you can actually put it on it can actually get out in front of the stand. So wherever you're going to put it on, you can hang it over as long as you have a stand that can support that weight. But or some sandbags. But I actually really like that design. It's not straight up and down like most lights that I own are. Another thing to mention with this, it does have a fan on the back, a cooling fan. Now this thing, I played with it for a long time when I first got it, right out of the box. I let it run. It ran for half hour, maybe an hour. It never got hot. I didn't feel any sort of warmth, but it does have a fan. The fan doesn't kick on. It probably kicked on maybe after like 50%. So once you crank that brightness up, that's when the fan comes on. And it'll depend, I think, on the color temperature that you're running. But it's not always on. There's just a certain point where it does turn over and it starts to come on. And there's a very light hum. It's not obtrusive. I didn't pick it up in any of my microphones, but I think that it's something worth knowing if you're on a set or you're doing a shoot where that natural sound is a necessity. This might be sound pollution to that. So, it just adds some wild noise to the room. So I think it's very important to know that. And like I said, none of it ever came through on my microphones. I couldn't hear any of it, but in the room I could hear it, when I was standing next to the light. So just something to know. Other than that, I really like it. It's working really well for me. I like pointing to my other GVM light that I've been using. These LED panels are just great. They throw so much light. They don't add any heat to the room. I really enjoy working with them, and they're just all that I need when filling a space. So just really happy with them. This one does not come with a carrying case like the other one did. It packs up in like a GVM box, and it kind of goes edge to edge with a little bit of styrofoam, and I'm able to just actually save that styrofoam and just wrap it right on it. It packs away in seconds, so it's not a big deal. The other thing to note is these are all plastic, so it's not the other GVM light that I have. It's all a metal mount, but you know, I've been messing with this, putting it on some heavier stands, some lighter stands. It all holds up really well. Nothing's bending, nothing's moving. It seems really like a high quality make, and you know, it's comparable to the metal framing that, you know, I've seen in all of my other lights. But you know, I actually don't think that it's any issue. It doesn't move, it doesn't shake, it doesn't feel not supported. It feels really nice. And I don't know, I assume maybe that's why the light is so cheap and affordable. You're saving some money there, but I don't think you're passing up quality at all. So the mounts on the side, the knobs are all really nice and strong. Yeah, I think that's about it. So here's the back again. Sides, you can see that curved. There's the front. So there it is, GVM LT100S bi-colored LED panel. That's it. Thanks.